All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. The give to Pacheco to start the drive. And he fights his way forward to get this to the 45. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
And down he goes. The Broncos got there. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
Yellow.
3rd down, it's Mahomes. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Big kick on that one, 62 yards. And the Broncos get set to take over. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Play action with Nix. He fires one deep down the middle. Big gain downfield. And he gets in. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos grow their early lead to 13. It's a Troy Franklin touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Extra point try now from Lutz. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Broncos double their lead to 14. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Returning it from the 4. He's got a lane up past the 30. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And defenders are there to get him at the line. Alex Singleton makes the tackle. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Blitz coming, Mahomes. That's complete. Here's Brown. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Come back.
It's Pacheco on 3rd. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. A 9-yard gain and good for a 1st down.
You love a huddle? Okay, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he'll get him a handful on that run as we've reached the end of the 1st. It's the end of the 1st in this AFC West showdown. 21-7 is our score. Back to Arrowhead in just a moment. About set for the 2nd quarter. Chiefs football here. They're looking at 2nd and 3.
15.
From the 43. That's complete. Isaiah Pacheco. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and clear. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do, getting home with that sack.
After the sack, another pass on second down. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He could take it to the house.
Battle coming up on 3rd and inches.
Yellow.
He gets it out left, and it's caught. And he's in for the Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs making a one-score game in the first half. Butker to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chiefs chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Here's Traymon Smith with the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They send the tight end in motion left. They go with Williams on the counter. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Here he is on 3rd and long. He's trying to push the field. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete. Broncos looking at a punt on 4th down, and Riley Dixon on to handle that. They needed 3 punts out of him in last week's loss as he sends this away. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. And that punt reaches 50 yards. And the Chiefs will get set to go on offense. New set of downs for him from the 46.
Eye down these two. Eye down these two.
Mahomes on 1st and 10. He's going deep this time. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Broncos are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful, right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. In this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that run stopped for a loss.
Good defensive tackles in this league, Kate. They can take up a couple blockers. Great defensive tackles. Well, they stepped the stat sheet just like that, knocking that run backwards before it could get started.
On 2nd down, it's Williams again. Still working past the 40. And he takes this into enemy territory to the 48-yard line. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on a broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
First down, and they go right back to him. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain, brought to a halt by Brian Cook.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
Nicks off the play action. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
They'll throw on 3rd and long. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's able to get this down to the 36. A 70-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Every time I see one of those angle routes, I think back to my day one install. Rookie minicamp in the NFL. Texas, angle route. 49ers of the 80s, they were making hay with it then, and the running back's still doing it to this day.
And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
Right back to Williams on 1st down. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
We're to the 2-minute warning from Arrowhead. And it's the Broncos, who only need a couple on 2nd and 2. Nix from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Bend. Even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, well, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
Looking for Williams, and it's intercepted. There he goes on the right side. 30. He's at the 10. And it's a pick 6 as he runs it in for the touchdown. Butker to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chiefs tie this game at 21. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. Here's Smith on the return. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Back to the air, Nix after the pick. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Connects on the crosser. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Out of the gun, it's Nix. This is complete to Patrick. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball into your hands, number 1. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield.
This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. Denver calls the second of its 3 timeouts. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. All right, here we go, 2nd down. Trying again following the set. This has been a trend, yet another interception. Nick Bolton has it. And the Chiefs get the football back with minimal time to go in our half. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks them up, gets it right back for them.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked our guy off, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
Only 17 seconds left for them as they begin this drive.
Hey, 57.
All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And he's brought down for a loss. The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. Escapes the pocket. They get to him, and he loses the football. It's out! But it looked like the Chiefs got this one back. Ooh, lucky break there, making that recovery. Here comes the final play of our first half.
Yellow. Hey, yellow. Hey, go. Our side.
Running out of the gun with Pacheco. And he doesn't get much there on what turns out to be the final play of the half. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate Scott, Brock Ewart with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our second half. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Mahomes. He's got him. That's Pacheco. And it's a nice little chunk here. 6 yards. Alex Singleton makes the tackle. He was too far downfield at the time of the pass. Got to stay within a yard of the line. That'll back him up. Pacheco gets it from the gun. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Alex Singleton makes the tackle.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Hey, 43.
2nd down run by Pacheco. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. Sent down by Cody Barton. Working quickly here.
43.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Called in by Rice. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And they'll get ready to go on offense. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Here's Nix. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Tried getting it to Cortland Sutton, and it's going to be 2nd down. Nix looking to throw. Completed to Sutton. Has some avoids a defender. We've got a foot race. Hits the 20. All the way. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos grab the lead on their first series of the half. Cortland Sutton, the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Point after try is good by Lutz. And the Broncos break that tie and now lead by 7. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Hardman with a return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Yellow. 15. Right side.
They go play action. It's Mahomes. The Broncos get to him here. He's brought down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
These quarterbacks are so good with their clock in their head between the tackles. But you get outside the pocket, and you've got to have that same ability. If you hesitate for a second, the defenses with their speed at this level, they'll find a way to bring you to the ground.
57. Right side.
Another try following the sack. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Pat Surtain has it. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back for the pick 6. You get a pick 6, you get a pick 6. These defenses, Brock, wow, they have competed. Seeing who ends up with the best highlight of the game, huh?
A highlight? You're going to call a pick 6 and multiple? Highlight, Kate?
No, even if it's your defense doing it, come on, B-Rock.
No highlight for a quarterback.
That one splits the uprights. And the Broncos double their lead to 14. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. Hardman with a return. The tackle's made, so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Mahomes trying again after the pick. Kelsey makes the catch. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Alex Singleton makes the tackle.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
This one finds Kelsey. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Has a man, it's Brown. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Offense up to the line fast.
15. Yellow. At the Broncos, 45. 15, yellow.
Another throw for Mahomes. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
Throwing on first down, Mahomes. That pass is complete to Kelsey. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And it'll be first down, Kansas City.
Yellow. First down. First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Running up the middle, Pacheco. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
We're good.
Offense in the hurry up here.
Hey, 43, 15.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Catch is made in close. Touchdown, Kansas City. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
That one right down the middle. And the Chiefs chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Here's Smith on the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. They're out and set, first and 10. It's Nix out of the pistol. Cut out left. And they crush him right near the marker. Looks close, but yep, Brock, I think he safely got that first down before the hit.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. On first and 10, here's Nix. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And it sets up second down. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
Looking for his wide receiver there. And things look tougher now with third and long.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. They'll throw again. Nix. Cut by Sutton. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They pick up 20 yards there. And the Broncos will have a first down. New slated downs to approach here from the 40.
Here we go.
Give to Williams from the gun. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards. Second down now, 7 to go. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. On third down, here's Nix. Oh no, they get him yet again! Drew Tranquil with the pick. And the Chiefs get the football as he makes his third interception of this season.
You know, Kate, once you've thrown a couple picks, it's easy to become check down Charlie, right? Just throw it underneath and not take any more risk because you don't want to throw what he just did, his third interception of the game. It's time to protect the football at all costs. And if not, well, that backup better get ready.
Now a give left side to Pacheco. And without much room to work, he has a minimal gain on the final play of the third quarter. Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. It's the Chiefs in possession to start. They trail, but that lead is reachable. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Off the play fake, it's Mahomes. That's incomplete left side.
You know, I love this, Kate, from an offense. Just philosophically, stretching that secondary out with your tight end. Even still, one of the deeper targets you're going to see him get. It's a shame they couldn't quite connect.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Yellow.
Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. On the move, headed right. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Final quarter, this quarterback's just feeling the need to do a little extra, try to make something happen outside the pocket. But the problem, defense wouldn't let him. They have that same kind of urgency. They want to make some plays of their own before they hit the showers. And they got one right there with that sack.
And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Knicks off the play action. They did it! He made the interception! And he's going to go! It's a pick 6! Rookie quarterback Brock threw it away their last drive. It seemed like he might have been trying to do too much to make up for that mistake, and instead things snowball.
Yeah, these are the valuable lessons you have to learn from. You cannot be a mistake repeater. But being a rookie quarterback at App State, he threw 28 of them his rookie year. Sometimes you just learn on the job, but you cannot repeat those kind of mistakes.
On the return, here's Mims. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. A handoff for Williams, running left. And not much on the run, but he does get across the 25. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Play action with Nix. Bails out of the pocket quick. He tucks it and takes off. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They pick up 20 yards there. And that'll be good for a Denver first. New set of downs for him from the 46. Nix with it on 1st. Dump off caught by his back. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Throwing deep for the end zone. And the defender comes away with it. And the Chiefs have it as he records his 7th interception of the season.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Yellow. Hey, 57 color. Right side.
They'll give this up the middle to Pacheco. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
It's Pacheco again. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Hey, 15.
Play action, Mahomes. Throwing the out route complete. They get 13 on the pickup. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st down. Now a handoff for Pacheco. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
You call that 1st down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards. They'll take that every single time.
They'll go back to Pacheco on 1st. And he's brought down for a loss. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
Attack!
They fake the handoff. Now Mahomes. It is Cup, left side. And they get this down to the 28. Give him 13 on that play. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
1st down carry for Pacheco. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Receiver in motion, headed right. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Escapes a defender. They get 13 on the pickup. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st down.
Every offense in the league today, they want a couple of guys on the roster capable of doing this. Players who can line up a receiver, running back, and make plays from both spots. It's where the NFL's been heading for years, and what a great example on that play.
Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down. That takes us to the 2-minute warning here in KC. Chiefs going for the win here. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
Yellow.
Right back to Pacheco. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline and his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
And finally, they're able to bring him to the ground. Denver calls the 2nd of its 3 timeouts, as they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up. Harrison Butker out now. He knows how big this try is. This only a chip shot from the right hash.
That's called getting his job done, Kate, drilling it right through. And now they're in position to win this game. Now it's on some of those guys who are out there with them on the kick, those defenders, to hang on to this lead to give them the win.
So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Into traffic, complete. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Joshua Williams has it. And the Chiefs make the play that should win them this game.
That throw has got to be the last we've seen of him this contest. I'm just not sure how they leave him in when the defense is clearly all over whatever he's trying to throw. The amount of frustration he is feeling is only going to lead to additional miscues. Please, for the love of God, take this man out.
With the win in hand, they'll take the knee and let this clock run out. Now the Broncos take their third and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. On the carry, it's Pacheco. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. A gain of 4 for them, and that sets up 3rd and 7.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
They drop to a knee, and what little time we have left here is going to tick down.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
Well, no louder place in Missouri or Kansas right now as the Chiefs get the win in Arrowhead. And they draw first blood against a division rival. They'll go on the road later this year with a chance at completing that season sweep. And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. It's a win for the Chiefs as we say so long from Kansas City.